all learned the submission, right? So we're here, and our partner pins our arm to the floor, and then they go for the submission right? Guys, for the newer students, you should almost never tap to this unless your partner finds some way to isolate your opposite arm. So if Michael, for example, pinned my arm with his knee, like this, now this becomes a very high percentage submission. Now he's gonna be able to make the tap. But if my other arm is free, guys, it should be pretty easy for me to escape, and I'm gonna show you how, right? So again, Michael's gonna be here, and he's going for the Americana. So before he's able to start to lift my elbow, right, I'm gonna put a lobster claw right into his armpit. So like a C grip, like this, right? Now guys, I'm gonna bridge diagonally. I'm gonna bridge into the direction of my arm. We are always gonna be under the assumption that Michael doesn't want to lose top position, right? What that's gonna do is it's gonna create a space between his hips and mine, and in that space, I'm gonna shimmy my knee, all right? So it's gonna look like this. So my heels come to my butt, I'm gonna bridge, shimmy my knee in, and then I'm gonna fire off my single leg extra, right? So I just need a little tiny gap, guys, in order to bring my leg back in, right? If Michael decides to keep it, he's gonna end up usually falling off, and then I'll take top position, which is gonna be kind of not really good at the front. So for example, if I bridge and he keeps holding on to it, and then I'm able to just like come on top, this may happen, but like for him, this is a regression. He doesn't want that to happen. He wants to stay on top, and I'm gonna use that to my advantage, right? So again, I'm gonna be here, really basic, really simple, all right? He has me in the Americana, he's going for the Americana, hand goes into the armpit, and I'm gonna bridge not up, but into the direction of the arm. As I'm doing it, guys, I'm also retracting my elbow, and I'm bringing my knee right into my chest. And I'm firing off the single legs, and then from the single legs, guys, we can start to review all the stuff we were doing previously. Okay? I can tilt Michael, I can make his hand touch the floor, I can start to bring my elbow right underneath his ankle, like we've been doing. I can go to X guard. From here, I can do a switch. I can start to chase his back. I can do so many different cool things. Up to you. So if you got some combos from there, do them. If you don't, just stop at the single legs and just know that you're in a really good position, right? Just one thing that I don't want to see that people have been doing more on Sunday than yesterday is single legs. Like, don't try to do this, guys. Don't try to like go like this and Michael sit down, and then now the partner sit down and you go for a fly. That's not gonna work. So some people are drawing that. So for me to tilt Michael, he has to be standing. If he's on this knee, guys, there's no way I'm gonna be able to like knock him over and make him sit. Unless for some reason he does that. Sometimes it happens. So if you want to do that position, he's gonna stand up, you're gonna grab the pants and up and over, you're gonna knock him down. For sure that works really, really well, really basic, but if he's on the knee, it's time to work. If he's on the knee, then we go to X guard, we chase the back, and do a lot of different 50, alright? So we're gonna start off with this guy, then we have a part two right after this, right? 1, 2. The gi is actually very different than opening now, right? A lot of other positions, you know, they translate pretty well together. But in the gi, it's very different because in the gi, people do fight more upright because they're looking for cross-collar grips. Right? They're looking for to open up the person's back, right? Which doesn't exist in open, right? So I'm looking for a cross-collar grip, look for the choke, to look to pass his arm, to look for ice mount, whatever, right? This is something I'm looking for. However, another big strategy that people utilize that everyone here has seen, I believe, or has been on the receiving end, is when I have a cross face here on Michael, and then this hand has another, like this. Why is this very important? Because Michael's main escapes involve his hands on my hips, right? So either he has a singular frame or he has double frames on my hips. And now he has these double frames on my hips, he can bump me with these frames and then he can like to go for the single legs, for example, right? So anytime someone has like frames on your hips, here I'm gonna choose to get a cross face and I'm gonna look to find my underhook to break their frame. Okay, like this, or even the single frame, the one that I like so much. This is now gonna break it. Now it's going to be much harder for him to scoop my ankle to do all these kind of moves. And then from here, guys, once I can start to bring his elbow above his shoulder, now I'm open for a number of attacks. The first one is going to be my arm triangle. Right? This is one of the strongest attacks in the grappling. Right? And with this, I can choke him, but I can also look to take his back. For example, right? Like a lot of people do this. Or that's also just like a really strong way to go fry my S-mount, right? So I can bring my knee to replace my hand, and then I can collect the other hand, and I can go for S-mount, right? So this is some people, this is their whole game. That's all they do, right? They just find the cross-face underhook, and they beat the best people in the world, right? So anytime that I'm here, guys, all right, I have the cross-face underhook, Michael can and should do the same exact thing. First of all, he doesn't want the hand just dangling. He wants to hide his hand as best as he can. It's most likely going to be in front of my neck, exactly. Second hand is going to be a lobster claw in my armpit, and he's going to bridge me, guys, in the direction of my underhook. Go ahead, Michael. And as I pose to create some space, he's gonna fire off the same exact thing like this. Finish, all right? Once more, very simple, but really important. Okay, let's say I'm on the other side, and my cross leg is my underhook. He's gonna bridge me guys into this direction, go ahead. Boom, and as he creates a little space between our hips, he's able to now find his knee into his hip and fire off the single legs. Sometimes, guys, you're gonna have to do like a little shimmy, right? So when he's here, right, Michael has a crossface underhook. Let's say here, I'm gonna hide my arm as best as I can. Right, I don't want it to just dangle. Because here you can start to look for arm locks and stuff like straight arm locks, which are gonna be strong in the americanas. Look, as I bridge, sometimes I'm gonna have to shimmy to get my knee in there. If you need to just create any space, like any motion possible, just to be able to find your knee into that spot, right? For Mirna, Serena, for some of our other students that were doing the back take, look, make a same side grip, use your elbow underneath his ankle, lift it up. Now lift that foot up. Now Serena, look, I'm gonna switch A, and then Mirna, what you were missing is you gotta grab the other leg too. So I'm switching. And now look, I'm gonna take my legs out, I'm gonna switch my hooks, and now I'm gonna let go of that ankle, I'm gonna grab the pants, I'm gonna pull Michael on top of me, take his legs out from underneath him, find the seatbelt, hook, fall to whatever side, second. Alright, so one more time the whole thing. If you wanna do the back take. Alright, Michael's here, he has the cross-face underhook. Alright, and guys, I'm not bridging up, I'm bridging diagonal, like over my shoulder, right? So I'm here, I'm bridging, bringing my elbow in, I'm going for my single X, elbow goes underneath, I gotta lift that foot up. Once I'm able to lift that foot up, now I can switch. And as I switch, you can grab the pants, or you can just grab the Achilles. Grabbing for the other leg, so he doesn't backstep, he doesn't do anything, and then I'm switching, and as I switch, I kick out his feet from underneath him, he sits in my lap, seatbelt right away, and then I bring both of my hands. Alright? Guys, I wanna give my microphone over to Billy, because Billy had something that he said really helped him a lot to be able to get this in. Billy, can you talk about that?
Sure.
Yeah. Take this on the table.
From the
Take five.
pen?
How are you gonna do it without pen? Go ahead.
No, it's just something you said with the move before.
Can you show us the another move before?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty simple. So you're gonna see americana. And when I go with this hand right here, as I bridge, I'm going to pull this one down. It's just like when we do a single leg action. Change hand. Boom. Right here, this forearm frame goes into his hip. And that just makes life so much easier. Spies are like, 3-4 inches of space. That's it. Roll out. Single leg action.
That's it. Can you show us what you mean by the shin on shin?
Sure. So from here, let's go boom. We're just doing the same thing when he's on the knees.
One more different angle, because some students in the back are shy. They don't want to.
Sure.
Your technique is so sharp, you're scared to walk the floor.
So, put the shin on shin.
Do both.
Okay. So, from here, you go under the armpit, bridge, and then this hand, as soon as it's free, it's going to shoot underneath this leg. Same side, this arm side. 3, 1. Same thing. Single leg X. As opposed to like flailing this arm around and everything, boom, it's got purpose, do a little push. It's the same thing we do. So 1, right here. That's it.
3 1 please. Need a break sometimes, right? Good. Guys, hand for Billy. Very good, guys. Partner up. Let's go 5 more minutes. No, no, no. Guys, guys, for some, I want to talk about 2 very, very important points. All right, very, very important. Okay, where's my? I got Michael right there. Guys, when I get to the end game, right, when he's seated in front of me, right, and I'm taking his back right here, right. When I'm here, guys, okay, and Oliver too. I taught some of my, some of my longtime students, not as clean as I would like. You have the seatbelt right over here. Couple of details. You see these gaps right over here? These gaps are no good, guys. So what you need to do is you need to straighten your legs and you need to pinch your knees, right? So there shouldn't be that much space. Now it's gonna be harder for him to move his hips. Okay, as soon as I'm here, guys, I'm not falling over. I'm putting my hook. As soon as I put my hook, then I go to whichever side that hook goes. All right. Some of you were either rushing it, you're kind of like going like that and then pulling one way or the other way, or you were like putting a hook and then kind of going the other way. All right. Guys, if you do that, what Michael's gonna do is he's gonna escape into this direction. You're gonna all your hard work just got erased. All right. And there's no autosave on this one, guys. All right? There's no autosave. All right. You're gonna have to redo everything. All right. That's A. B. Let's say I sweep Michael with any sweep. Let's say I did extra sweep Michael. Okay, so someone was practicing extra. Let me get the leg. Whatever, doesn't matter. So I'm here, I did my sweep on Michael, right? Well, I swept. Some of the students I see doing this. Look, Jason, you were coming up like this. All right? This is good. I got my 2 points, but it's not good enough because then he's gonna pull me in close guard and then I gotta do the close guard opener, which we all know involves a lot of work. So guys, anytime we do any sweep, doesn't matter what sweep it is. Let's say you're on your knee. Alright, so here you saw it. So here, let's say I'm doing my basic position and I put him onto his back. Guys, I'm coming up with my knee in the center of Michael. I'm not gonna have both knees on the floor. He's gonna put me in close guard, triangle, arm bar. Any sweep he wants, he's gonna go through. So we always come up, guys, like this. If you wanna come up on both knees for whatever reason, which I even don't suggest, make sure you have an angle on that and make sure you're not tapping. Right? That's a little bit different. When we come up, just like that, and then you're gonna give him a lot of trouble or her, whoever's on the bottom. Cool? All right, let's go. Guys, back in water. Let's start with guys, let's bring it in. All right. Guys, so let's talk about just one very important concept, very simple, very important. Okay, so not a lot of people know this about our good friend Masha right over here, but she actually, before jiu-jitsu, did boxing and kickboxing, right? So Maria, for you, what is the number one thing you hear every single boxing coach all over the world say, like so many times, to all their fighters? Very simple thing. Chris, help her out.
Head movement.
Head movement? Hands up. Hands up. Keep the hands up, right? True or false? Every coach all over the world, you watch every video, every instructional, hands up. Every coach says hands up. And then what happens? Everyone's dropping their hands. Guys, the hands up in jiu-jitsu, the equivalent is knees into your chest. That's the equivalent. So the beauty of mount is my knees left my chest, right? And now the person's able to mount my knee. Now they can do whatever they want to. So the second I can get my knees in, like we did today, then that's me bringing my hands up, my guard up. Okay, so again, really, really important concept. And like for Linus, right, like he's over here, all right, and he has the longest legs in the room, right? If he keeps his knees in, stay right. If he stays in like this, guys, how can I mount over his shin? How can I get side control? How can I get north-south? I can't get anything, right? I need to find ways to disconnect, right? So as soon as he's able to get his knees back in, bringing his legs back inside, that's the whole game, right? And that's what we're practicing here. Just think of it conceptually in this kind of context. Cool? Any other questions, guys, before we go?